Michael, I'm assuming you had a less stressed weekend, probably your first one since you're manager of the football club.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right, Angela. Saturday night was a bit more relaxed than all the previous Saturday nights, and obviously the lead in this game has been a little bit more relaxing, but it doesn't really take away from the objective, which we want to win this game. We spoke to the players this morning and yesterday. In fact, our away form has not been good enough this season. I think our away form is the second poorest in the division as things currently stand. So we have to address that, and I think that's something that we get the opportunity to do tomorrow night, and against a team who are obviously still got an awful lot to play for this season.
It would be nice to end on a high, as you keep saying, and keep the winning mentality. So I suppose the fans can expect another strong performance, and you've also got the added incentive of beating last year's total, albeit you came in after 9 games, well, at the start of 9 games with just 8 points.
It was 15 games. We came in at that point where obviously we had a difficult start, and we had to go from a difficult position in the league. But yeah, I think for us, we wouldn't take great satisfaction in finishing above last season's total. But I think given the start that we have, it shows that we've been doing a lot of things right in the 2/3, for want of a better, the 2/3 of the season where we've been in. But there's still a lot of areas that we look to improve in. A lot of games we look back on, both ourselves and maybe where the performance wasn't right, maybe it was a tactical situation, maybe things we always look back at, the teams we've picked, and we've learned a lot about the players in this period, and the more you know about the players, I think the more consistent and the more correct you are with your team selection at times, and that was probably the biggest challenge in the early part. But yeah, we want to finish with a strong performance and a positive result.
And the last one from me, how are we looking on the injury front? Have we got any injuries from the weekend?
No, we're all good. Obviously, the longer term ones that will not be available to us, and we probably just have a be careful with Sam Clucas. He played at the weekend. We had to have a fitness test on Saturday morning. He's played basically, I think, probably the most minutes for us this season of any player, and so we'll have a look at his situation. He's very keen to play, but we have to be mindful of the quick turnaround as well. And the most important thing is that we have him 100% for the start of pre-season.
Good luck.
Thanks, Angela.
Hi, Michael.
Do you want to fire away?
Yeah. Hi, Dave.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying about there isn't really that much to sort of celebrate at the end of this season, but you're certainly ending the season with quite a flourish. You've beaten the much fancied Brentford after their 8 wins. You've got 2 players, of course, in the EFL Team of the Week, Adam Davis and Danny Bath. And you've got 1 game left, and I suspect that you're going to be telling the players that, this is just as important as all the other games. Is that right?
100%, yeah. I mean, as I said, we want to finish strongly. Post-lockdown, we've been probably, aside from the Wigan performance and, after going 2-0 down against Leeds, which was a difficult situation for the team, for the most part, we've probably been relatively happy with a lot of what we've seen. But it has been a challenge, because we've played under the pressure of relegation, and, we've played arguably without one of our best players in Joe Allen as well. We hoped that we would have had Ryan back to play in more of the games, and unfortunately that hasn't been the case as well. So overall, we've been relatively pleased. But, tomorrow night's an important game, because when we came back, we sort of said to the players, look, it's almost like a 55-game season with the 9 games post-lockdown and then into a 46-game season. So with that in mind, we want to keep momentum, and as I say, we want to improve and give belief to the team that they can win away from home more often than we have done this season.
That's great. Thanks for talking to us, and good luck tomorrow.
Thanks. Cheers, guys.
Thanks, Dave. It's just baggers now, please.
Okay. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Dave. Hi.
Mike, can I ask you, have any players worked their way into your long-term plans with the performances over the last 8 games?
Yeah, I think they're all in my long-term plans in a sense, because they're under contract with the club, and I have to manage that situation, you know. But yeah, I've been look. I mean, the players who, when I look at who have done well, I don't think it'd be right to single too many people out individually. But there's a lot of players at the club that I think I'm pleased with. There's a lot of players at the club I believe going forward can be part of a strong group of players, and that's what you know, we hope to build here, a group of players with a mentality and a belief to be at the other end of the table. And you know, certainly when you look at some of the, you know, the likes of Clucas, for example, it's a very good season. Joe, we know about. I think Powell's been very good since coming into the team. You know, McLean. There's been a lot of positive performances. You know, Tyrese giving us what he's given us. One of the players, I think, you know, pre and post lockdown, who's been very good for us is Sam Vokes. So, as I say, you know, there's a good group of players here. They maybe haven't shown fully what they've been capable of and since coming into the championship, but you know, we want to build a team and a squad, and also build the right type of atmosphere in the building so that players can show what they're capable of. And you know, most of those players in question, they didn't come here just to stay in the championship. They came to be part of a club they believed could challenge to go back to the Premier League, and that's the type of player that we want at the club.